Okay, my washer dryer unit was delivered today. As you can see, they left the box and all the mess. They had so much dirt and mud in here. They didn't care. They just said, you know what, we delivering, and that's it. So we had to put it in the bathroom. The bathroom has a closet. I don't have a back-facing camera, so I'm gonna try to do this as best as I can. Okay, so this is the unit. You know what, let me just do this. Okay, I think this is better, right? Okay, so this is the unit. As you know, in a lot of countries, they don't have washer and dryer, separate washer and dryer units. So I'm not saying they don't have them at all, but this is usually the most economical and efficient way to wash clothes in another country is to have this single unit. The good thing is it takes up less space. The bad news is it takes a while to get through the washer and then the dryer cycle. So you have to wait for each load to wash and dry. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I will say that it will save me on laundry fees. So right now, there's a service called Metadata laundry service. They will pick up and drop off your laundry. There's so many conveniences here. It really will make you a little lazy. But if you are like working from home, you are working virtually or whatever, if you have a really busy schedule, if you have a family, these modern conveniences here is just wonderful. I mean, you can have groceries delivered. I've had pillows delivered. I've had food delivered, of course. I've had water delivered for the water delivery service. I had someone deliver my Bluetooth speaker the other day. Literally, I did not want to go out. I knew which one I wanted. I saw it online and I had them deliver it. I mean, there's a small delivery fee, but anyway, back to the washer and dryer. This will definitely save me on the laundry pickup and delivery service because it is a little pricey once you add on the convenience fee of picking up and dropping off. So anyway, I'm gonna probably test it out as soon as I gather a load of clothes. I'm not gonna just, go through a cycle right now to test it out, but I'm hoping everything is working. They hooked it up really quickly. So I'm hoping they did it right. Because sometimes. Anyway, if you followed my last video, then actually, you know what? I don't think I mentioned it. I actually moved. Yeah, I'm gonna have to create a second video regarding that situation because it didn't work out for me. There were so many issues. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you right now. So I moved into the apartment. I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't wanna drag them, but I will say it's a new construction and I was really, really excited about that. Anything that's new that no one else has used before, it's always really nice. But there were some construction issues, like my window in the bathroom, it literally fell in. And then when they replaced it, it started leaking. Whenever it rained, water came in. And there was an issue with the glass in the bathroom. Like this one, it goes from top all the way to the bottom, to the floor. There are no gaps down there. But in my last apartment, there was a small gap so you would get water all through the bathroom. And also, let me show you this. See this little lip right here, or whatever you call that? That just retains, it's like a water retention wall. So at my other apartment did not have that. So you got a lot of water run over. So there was two things working against me, not having the little retention wall and also the glass not going from top all the way to the bottom where there are no gaps. And then, what else? And then you know, the guy who was like, I think he's like the superintendent or maintenance guy. I don't know, he's a family friend. He's a sweet guy, but he really didn't have the skill set to handle the repairs and maintenance of the building. He tried. He was a really nice guy, but I would have to call him 2-3 times to fix the same thing over and over. And so one time in my cabinet, I had a leak. And I mean, everything was waterlogged. Let me close this door. Let me turn off this light. Everything was waterlogged. So I called him, he repaired it. And then the next time, the same thing happened. My stuff was waterlogged because there was water coming in underneath the sink in the cabinet. I looked under there, he had put duct tape around the plumbing, around the little holes. So I called him, and then he tried to fix it for a third time. After that, I said, you know what? You guys got to get it right. You have to get this right. So then I called the owner of the property of the condo, and she called a professional in to fix it. But it was just so many things happening. There's a rooftop, and there's also the gym that's on the rooftop. But whenever I wanted to go up, it was always locked. So I would always have to call the maintenance guy, ask him to open up this little gate, locked. It's a security gate that goes to the roof. And I didn't understand why it was kept locked, because all of the tenants should have access to it, to all of the common areas, whether it's the media room or whether it's the co-working space or whether it was the rooftop, the gym, should have access because we have keys, we have passcodes. So I didn't understand why it was locked. And that was just an annoyance, because I'd get up early in the morning to do my workout, then I have to call him. Needless to say, there were so many issues. So I decided to move. Now, because I went through a notary service and I paid them their fees, that means that I would lose my notary fee. A notary there or here is different than notary services in the state. Notary here, they work as like a legal entity. So whenever I got to, so before I actually took possession of the property or the apartment, I would have to go through them to do all the legal stuff, to sign all the documentations, along with the realtor that I was working with, along with the owner, to make sure everything was legit, make sure all the signatures were there, all the photos, the documentation, identification, things like that. So yeah, so they're not just, you know, someone that signs documents, a witness signing documents, and you pay them a small fee and that's it. They're like a lawyer. They're like I won't say the lawyers, but maybe they are. I don't know. But they work in some legal capacity, and I had to pay them. I had to pay them 7,000 pesos. So to lose that, I was a little bothered by that. But because I had documented everything and I kept sending all of the issues to the landlord, they did provide me a full refund. So I was really happy about that. So, you know, the issue is that I could never feel settled, because, you know, you move into a space and you want to kind of arrange it the way you like, you know, get comfortable, get used to it, get acclimated to the area. And you can't do that because these disruptions and these small issues keep coming up, and so it doesn't feel like home, like you can get comfortable, because there's always these issues. And then of course I'm online trying to work and trying to, you know, work with my client, and it was hard for me to sleep. I had a lot of anxiety over it because I just couldn't settle in. So when I made a decision to move, I said, you know what, I'm going to try to find an apartment on my own. I was told that I could do that. I didn't have to go through a realtor, that I didn't have to use a notary, that sometimes that you can go on Facebook Marketplace and you can find an apartment. I found an apartment in 2 days. Actually, I saw two that I liked, and there's an apartment rental Facebook page in Merida, And so I went, I saw two that I liked. I saw the first one and I was like, nah. I saw the second one and I was like, this is the one. Now, I will say this. When I made the decision to get the first apartment, I really rushed into that decision because I was staying in an Airbnb for 2 weeks, about 2.5 weeks, from the 13th through the end of the month. And I knew by the end of the month that if I liked, the area and I liked Merida, that I wanted to rent an apartment or a condo or some type of unit, maybe even a house. So it started getting really close to the end of the month and I felt the pressure. So rather than extending it like I should have, I extending my Airbnb, that is, I decided that I wanted to start looking for an apartment. And then of course it kept getting closer and closer and I didn't want to wait till the very last week. So I decided to get the apartment that I got. And when I signed the papers and moved in, I had instant regret. And that's my fault. I always listen to myself, or I try to listen to myself. Usually, they say always go with your first mind, and I didn't do that. And I felt my decision was rushed, and I paid for it. I paid the price for it. So the loss of the attorney fees, the notary fee, that was, I just chalk it up to a learning experience. And then of course I had to pay the realtor fee too. So with this one, I just kind of sat with it for a while when I made the decision to get this apartment. And I said, just make sure you have everything you want in this apartment. The last apartment, I didn't have a lot of living space because I didn't have any furniture. Well, it didn't occur to me that I could have gotten an apartment that's fully furnished. A lot of these apartments and houses in Merida, even in Mexico, are fully furnished. Some aren't, but you will find a lot that are. And it didn't occur to me when I was looking that, just going to find a fully furnished apartment. So this time around, I sat down and wrote out everything I wanted in an apartment. And what I wanted was a fully furnished apartment. I wanted something with lots of light. Got lots of light on this wall. I wanted a quiet area. The reason I said quiet neighborhood is because when I was at the last apartment, there were these dogs next door that barked for no reason. They barked at 8 p.m., 10 p.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., and it was ridiculous. I didn't know if they were barking because there were people passing by or other maybe dogs and cats passing by. And, I didn't know what was going on. All I know is this dog barked all night and I couldn't sleep. I guess over time, some people get used to it or whatever. I hear that's a thing in Mexico, that after a while, you just don't even hear these dogs barking. And that barking dogs are a thing. But I couldn't take it. So that was another reason. I wanted a place that was really quiet. So there is a dog across the street, but I don't hear him because at night when my air conditioning or air conditioner is on and my windows are closed, I don't hear anything. And I absolutely love that. The other thing I wanted was a neutral colored sofa. When I saw this sofa, I said, oh my gosh, this is what I want. I wanted something gray or something beige, a neutral tone, so that when I put up my art, like on this wall, 'cause this is a huge wall, I might put a small piece of art in between this window. I don't know. That I wanted something that was bold and that would play off of the neutral colored sofa. So that's wonderful. And I also wanted something with plenty of cabinets, plenty of kitchen cabinets. So I have plenty of space along there. Oh, where's my finger going? Along there. And I have all the bottom, they're not even full, they're not even half full. And then if I really want to push it, I have some storage at the top. Now, something that I want to mention, that a lot of apartments and homes in Mexico, unless you have a storage shed, there isn't any extra storage. But come on outside, I'm gonna show you my storage. All right. Oh God, I forgot to take out my garbage. Okay, so my storage is here. Let's see if I can remember what key it is. Oh, I got it right. Okay. Well, I mean, this is decent, right? I mean, if I wanted to stack boxes all the way to the ceiling, I could. But it goes back about maybe 8 feet. And I could put quite a few things if I just, you know, use the space wisely. And the other thing I like about it is I have a digital lock. So it syncs to my phone. I have an app and I sync it. And then once I connect it to, it's Bluetooth. There's a Bluetooth, I'm trying to say there's a Bluetooth connection. So as I'm coming upstairs, I can unlock it with my phone. And that's a really cool feature. But I also have keys as a backup. Okay, so the other thing that I had to have were ceiling fans. Now, even though I have a mini split in this room, and also one in the bedroom, can you see it on the wall there? It really saves you on electricity when you have ceiling fan, as you know, because it gets extremely hot here, and there's some days when I'm running the air conditioner all day. But in the morning, I don't have it on, and I can run the ceiling fans, and I can run it. It has this little remote control here that I can use to turn it on and turn it off. And I have that in this room and also the bedroom. So I definitely want a ceiling fan. That was one thing on my list that I wanted. I also didn't want to have to buy a television, so there was one already here. There is one in the bedroom. I don't watch TV in the bedroom anyway, so that's no big deal. But they have some basic furniture in here. You know, nothing fancy, but it gets the job done, like this coffee table here, this entertainment table here, and there's a little table back there. So, and there was another small table there, but I decided to put it in my bedroom and use it as a desk for now. I'm gonna get an office chair with it, and and there were 2 benches on either side of the table. So I put one bench in my walk-in closet as a kind of a dressing bench, and the other bench is probably gonna come in here alongside of one of these walls, and I'll just put it maybe underneath my art piece and get some type of a cushion for it, for additional seating. So I'm trying to arrange this the best way I can. Now, let me take you outside and I'll just kind of show you some of the other amenities. So we have a gate here that stays locked. So you have to let any visitors or guests in. Let me just show you one other thing. I have an app on my phone, and when I need to get into the building, I can use my app. You just press this, and then here, and then I have a QR code and I can let myself in. Otherwise, I can use my key to get in there. So this is my neighborhood. I have a neighbor that's building a house and it's coming along very nicely. But other than the cars that come, there's a park over there and there's some houses down there. It's a relatively quiet neighborhood, but sometimes there's noise because there is a bus that runs down the street. Can you hear it? That's the bus, the Via Van. Okay, so I also have a parking space over there, one per unit. I believe it's one per unit. And then there's the little room where we have to bring our garbage. That's, wait, over there, that little black door. That's where we have to take our garbage. Okay. So now I'm going to some of the other common areas because was very important to me. I didn't necessarily need or want a private patio or terrace or terrazza, but I wanted somewhere I can come meditate in the morning, maybe chill after my workout, and just sit and relax, read a book or listen to music. And this is kind of my chill spot right here, right by the pool. And it's so lovely in the morning. It's not a big pool, but you know, you get in it, cool off. Because I'm telling you, on those days when it's really hot, these pools, they come in handy. Oh my gosh. It was 95 the other day, and I didn't come outside. And typically you can't because it's so hot here. But the mornings and the evenings are absolutely beautiful. So another thing that I like is this area here, which I think I'm gonna do a little tasting event in a couple of weeks. See how the lights come on. It's really beautiful at night, actually. But there is this area here. So if you want to have an event, you can bring maybe some type of electric grill or some type of cooking device to hook it up here. You've got water, running water here. And then there's a 5-seater bar here. So it's nice when you're having an event, right? Okay. And then the other thing I love is when you're having an event and you don't want people coming in and out of your personal space, you have bathrooms out here. Mujeres, for the ladies, and a hand washing station. And then on the other side, for hombres. Hombres. Okay? Yeah, because sometimes, you know, you have people you know when you're having an event, and sometimes you have people you know and sometimes you kind of know, but you don't want people going in and out of your space or having to walk them up and down, or people in your personal space that you're not that acquainted with. So yeah, so the bathrooms, they really work out. Okay, so let me just show you one other area, and then I think we'll be done with the tour. Okay, so now we're going to the co-working space. There is a QR code to use this, but it's a cool little space, I guess. I haven't used it yet, but of course it has the mini split. When it gets hot, you have 2 workstations here, and then you have your meeting table here, a monitor for when you want to project maybe presentations, and I believe this is for the light fixture. Yeah, okay. All right, so that is the co-working space. All right, so I'm gonna go upstairs. Hi, how are you? I should say it's Buenos tardes, not hi, how are you? I really gotta start practicing the Spanish that I'm learning. Because I do know it. But if someone speaks in English, your default is to speak back to them in English. They're really just trying to help you out, but I really need them to help me with my Spanish. Okay, it's a small workout room. You know, it gets the job done. You have your weight bench, weights. I think there are 10, 15, 20, 25s. And you have the bike. And of course the treadmill. And then you have your deadlift bars. I think that's what you call it. And I don't know what this is, but I just noticed this today. I didn't notice this before. These bands. Okay, I'm gonna have to use those. And deadlift weights. Deadlift weights. Okay. Okay, I just got a text. The guy is coming to drop off my laundry. I wish I had known they were going to deliver the washer dryer unit today. I would have waited. That would have saved me about 600 pesos. So it is what it is, you know? So going forward, I don't have to send it out unless I have a lot of things and I need to get it done, because as I said before, it takes a long time to go through the wash and dryer cycle for each load, and that can be an all-day thing. So I think I'm gonna have to start washing like in smaller loads and not let it pile up. I'm rushing because he said he's 5 minutes away and I want to get the gate open, but when he comes, then I can pay him, and they only take cash. So I do have some cash available. He said he had change. So yeah, so let me go up here, just get this little money so I can pay the gentleman and be done. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Okay.
Aquí está tu cambio.
Okay. Wonderful.
Y tu ropa y tus toallas.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Sí.
Permiso.
All right. My laundry is back. I like how they separate my shoes. Everything is packed according to, I guess, type. Like these are all of my, like my underwear, my clothes, my PJs, all my clothes, all my wearables. And then they separate the towels, my washcloths, my dishcloth, and of course my shoes. And it was 600 pesos. So of course, you know, when you move into a new place, you want all the little decorative things. But honestly, ever since I moved from Chicago, when I sold everything, I realized that I want to live a more minimalistic lifestyle. Not saying that I don't like things and don't want little knickknacks and things like that. But I don't want to feel like that every corner of my home has to be filled. It's okay if it has an empty space. It's okay if there's a bare wall. I'm going to take my time and allow this space to come together organically. I'm not going anywhere. So as long as I have a comfortable bed to sleep in and then somewhere to chill, you know, during the day when I'm not working, I'm good. I would like a dining room table for this space. So what I think I'm gonna do is get a round rug and a 4-seater round table. A square or rectangular would be too much for this space. I think it would throw the feng shui off. So I need a round table and maybe a circular rug. What I want to do is bring in some Mexican elements, as particularly the Afro-Mexican themes. So unfortunately, those aren't as easy to come by, but I know I can find it. So I'm just gonna have to do a little research. And there are so many galleries here. I do wanna buy some art. There was a lady in our group. We have a group on WhatsApp, and it's really cool where you can buy things, sell things, exchange, and even give away things. And I saw a lady today that has some art because she's moving back to the States, I believe. But I was like, you know what? Art is really personal. I don't want someone else's art. And I think this was some art that she created because I believe she's an artist. But you know, art is, again, is very personal. I want to find pieces that kind of reflect my personal style, my taste, and you know, how I see art. Okay, I think that's it. I've shown you everything. I didn't want to show you my bedroom because it's not pulled together, but it is a very comfortable bedroom with a walk-in closet. I'll show it to you another day, maybe another video. But yeah, this is my space. This is 15,000 pesos per month. So that's about $730 per month. And it also includes water. I do have to pay electricity every other month. They don't bill for electricity monthly here, so it will come as a separate bill. It's gonna probably be about anywhere between 22 and 30 bucks for 2 months, I believe. But now that I have the washer, it probably will change. It's probably gonna go up depending on how much I use it. And as far as the Wi-Fi, I didn't get the service in my name. They already had Wi-Fi service, so I just decided, hey, just keep it on. I don't want to have service providers come out and me try to communicate with them because I know a little bit of Spanish, but not enough to tell them exactly what I want. So I just wanted to make sure that it was already in place because I need Wi-Fi. That's the most important thing because I work from home. So I decided to go ahead and use the owner's Wi-Fi and just pay her with the rent every month. Okay, and so as far as other services, that's really it. I've just been going out and exploring my neighborhood, and I use Google to do it. So basically, I just kind of type in my address and just kind of open up the screen to see what's out there or see what mercados are out there, what different stores, different markets, anything that I might need. I just discovered there is a bulk holistic mercado. They have everything in like these big, those big jars. She has everything: spices, beans, rice, herbs. See, I saw chamomile flowers, spirulina, you name it, she's got it. And I wasn't able to get over there in time because I was waiting on my laundry delivery, but I'm gonna go tomorrow. Okay, so that's it. Excuse my babble. I gotta be honest with you. When I babble sometimes, and I don't mind sharing this, it's because I'm really not a social media person, meaning I don't like to be the face of anything. I'm not very comfortable with speaking. Sometimes my brain and my mouth, it doesn't connect. I know what I want to say, but sometimes I'm nervous because I'm afraid of, misspeaking, or, maybe I didn't say it correctly, so this is not natural for me. What I love doing is cooking. And a lot of times you'll see my hands, maybe I'll do a voiceover or something, but just know that I've been doing this since 2017 and I'm still not comfortable because this is really not my lane. I'm getting more comfortable with it, but I'm just a little shy about this part of my life. So I just wanted to share that with you and be transparent because, some people, I watch them and I marvel at the way they can just convey their thoughts so easily, so fluidly. And I just have never fully developed that skill. So, and that's okay. That's okay. And I'm comfortable with that. But I just wanted you to know. So when I start babbling, or maybe, I lose my train of thought, or I'm thinking about my next thought or what I'm going to say, that's usually what's happening. I'm trying to connect my brain with my mouth. All right. Well, that's all for now. Thank you all for spending your day with me, and I will see you on the next video.